Glad I was recently reading a devotion about grief and stumbled upon this phrase. It was through salvation that I found the love of God, but it was through grief that I found the heart of God. This statement made me pause, and I began to ponder its profound implications. Salvation indeed opens our hearts to the love of God. It's a love that is unconditional, boundless, and pure. It holds us, heals us, and gives us hope. But it is through the crucible of grief that we truly come to understand the depth of His heart. The heart of God is not merely a source of love, but also a wellspring of comfort, empathy, and strength in our darkest hours. Grief is not a punishment, but rather a journey towards deeper understanding and empathy. This profound statement brought a personal experience to mind, a time when grief led me to discover the heart of God in a new light. A few months ago, I went through a dark period of loss. The world seemed bleak, and I felt as if I was drowning in sorrow. The light in my life had been extinguished, and I was left in a cold, unfeeling darkness. I had lost someone very dear to me, and the pain of that loss was like a relentless tide, washing over me again and again. I was alone in my grief, or so I thought. But in the midst of this sorrow, something unexpected happened. I began to feel a presence, an unyielding force that stood by my side as I navigated the stormy seas of grief. It was not a physical presence, but something far more profound. I found comfort in the midst of my pain. I found strength in my vulnerability. I found peace in my turmoil. And what was the source of this comfort, this strength, this peace? It was God. In my darkest hour, I discovered the heart of God. His heart was not distant or indifferent. It was close, beating in rhythm with my own. His heart was not cold or unfeeling. It was warm, pulsating with compassion and mercy. His heart was not silent or passive. It was active, reaching out to me in my pain, offering solace and healing. I began to understand that God's heart was not just revealed in times of joy and celebration. No, it was also revealed in times of pain and sorrow. In my grief, I discovered a God who weeps with us, who feels our pain, and who offers us a hand to hold in our darkest moments. My grief, I discovered a God who is not just a distant deity, but a loving Father. A God who doesn't just observe our lives from afar, but who steps into our pain, our sorrow, and our grief. A God whose heart is marked by unfailing love and boundless compassion. It was in this period of grief that I truly discovered the heart of God, a heart full of compassion, mercy, and unfailing love. It was a revelation that transformed my perspective on life and faith. Grief is a journey that no one wants to embark on, but it is a journey that can lead us to profound discoveries. It has a way of teaching us lessons that we might not learn otherwise. It strips away the superficial, leaving us raw and open to the core of our being. It's in this rawness that the depth of God's love and compassion can truly be felt. Grief, in its essence, is love. It's love that has lost its anchor, its place to land. But in this loss, we can discover a new anchor in the heart of God. His love is constant, unwavering, and deeply compassionate. It's a love that understands our pain, our loss, our void. It's a love that sits with us in our darkest moments and whispers, "You are not alone." In conclusion, it's through our lowest points, our moments of grief and despair, we often find the deepest connection to the heart of God, a heart that loves, heals, and restores.